morning. Welcome. My name is Liana Gens. I'm the director of ISSA, and it is my honor to welcome all of you to the 17th edition of the ISSA Conference. Our participants this year come really from all continents: Europe, Africa, Asia, Americas, Oceania, and we are delighted to host you here in Leiden. Leiden is ISSA's new home. As many of you know, our secretariat has moved here more than 5 years ago, and we have fallen in love with Leiden, as I mentioned in the welcome reception last night. In this beautiful city, we have partnered with the City of Leiden, with our members in the city, ICDI and Yes Rhineland, and we have also the pleasure to partner with the University of Leiden. We welcome especially Her Royal Highness Princess Laurentien of the Netherlands, who has accepted our invitation, and we are delighted and honored to have you with us. And to open the conference, I invite Cornelia Cincilei, who is director of the Step by Step organization in Moldova, a member of ISSA, from ISSA's establishment, who will address a message on behalf of the ISSA board.
Your Royal Highness, esteemed Alderman of Leiden, dear members, dear friends, dear supporters of ISSA, dear participants, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to ISSA Conference on behalf of the ISSA board. As in previous years, we really hope that this year ISSA Conference will become another learning opportunity, a learning platform that will go across countries, across continents, as Liana said, and also across sectors and across the different professions. Before I address the theme of the conference, allow me to express how proud and happy I am that together with this conference, we are also celebrating 2 anniversaries. First, we celebrate those 25 years that my colleagues from the countries where Step-by-Step program was launched in 1994 have, for the journey they made during these years, a journey that was not easy, that was sometimes even risky, a journey that was supposed to help people get out from the systems with a very rigid way of thinking to what was proclaimed democratic countries. But we learned that democracy needs to be learned. So over the years, just like we did in my own organization in Moldova, all the other step-by-step organizations have influenced policies and practices related to services for young children, grounded on equity and democratic principles, and on building a shared understanding of quality for these services. 5 years later, after the launch of the program, the 25 step-by-step organizations working on childhood education across Eastern Europe, Southeastern Europe, and Central Asia established ISSA as an international association registered in the Netherlands. And that really was a good choice to have Netherlands, to have Leiden especially, as a home for ISSA's headquarters. And the mayor of Leiden, in his speech last night, really made it very clear that Leiden is a special place. So this was in 1999, and now, together with you, we are celebrating 20 years of the 20th ISSA anniversary. The ISSA network has grown significantly since then. We welcomed other organizations focusing on the same aspirations as we share for all young children to grow happy, healthy, and fulfill their potential. Eastern Europe and Western Europe are equally represented now in ISSA, today's ISSA, and in 2019, together with members from Central Asia, we count more than 90 member organizations. We are happy to share these moments of celebration with all our members and all our friends, and especially to do this in Leiden, where ISSA Secretariat is based. And as Liana said, it has been here already for over 5 years. The theme of this special 2019 conference, which brings us all to Leiden, Nurturing Environments, draws attention to the shared responsibility we all hold for the environments in which young children are born, live, play, learn, and develop. These environments are part of the larger system, starting from the home environment, moving through the early childhood services, education, care, and health, to all surrounding spaces in the neighborhoods, communities, and cities. Each experience along the way contributes to shaping the life of a young child. And we can all do more to make sure this impact is a positive one for all children. We will explore this theme in 3 strands throughout these 2 days of the conference. Strand 1, nurturing home environments for young children. You'll find it in your program coded in color blue. Strand 2, nurturing environments in services for all children, coded in yellow. And Strand 3, nurturing environments for young children and families in their communities, cities, coded in green. Under each strand, keynote speeches and concurrent sessions will try to address topics that will support us to develop better policies, to articulate further relevant research questions, and to improve our practices, aligning them more strongly with values of professionalism, diversity, equity, and inclusion. The theme of this year's conference, with its strands, urges us to keep in mind one other very important and guiding message. We need to involve more and more diverse actors in the discussion about the well-being of young children and for ensuring that early childhood services are of high quality. We need to establish bridges between of collaboration across professions and professionals as well. And we all are responsible for creating nurturing environments for every child. So I wish a meaningful and very inspiring professional exchange during these 2 days. May we all establish nurturing connections throughout these 2 days for the best of our children. Thank you, and have a nice conference.
I mentioned earlier that we have been honored and delighted to partner with the City of Leiden. And we mentioned also last night in the welcoming reception that the city is perhaps one of the best examples of nurturing environments in terms of the spaces for young children, in terms of the involvement of children and families in the community, and what the city does for them. We are happy to be here and experience that. Many of you will go or have already gone to site visits. We will visit 15 centers in Leiden with you. So we hope you will see what we mean by Leiden exemplifying nurturing environments. And to show how the city approaches services for young children, we are delighted that both aldermen, 2 vice mayors that are responsible for different aspects of this work, have agreed to join us and address you. So we're honored to have with us Alderman Marleen Damen, who is responsible for health, well-being and childcare services, and Alderman Paul Dirkse, responsible for knowledge, education, sport and finance. I will ask Mrs. Damen to speak first.
Thank you, and a warm welcome. My name is Marleen Damen, and I'm one of the aldermen speaking today for health, youth care and well-being. And I want to tell you, Leiden is one of the cities in the Netherlands to have such a huge number of institutes with knowledge about health and vitality. We can use this knowledge to ensure that our children grow up in a good health and that young people live healthily. We consider it vital that children are offered equal opportunities so that they can develop their talents and grow up to become independent and free citizens. If parents are low on income, the municipality ensures that their children can still participate in sports, music, or dance lessons, or receive homework support. In Leiden, we are proud of the arrangements we have made for children and parents. Parents of young children can contact the Center for Children and Families if they have any upbringing concerns. The child and family team experts can offer rapid and personal support with any child health problems or any upbringing and development problems the family is facing. They can also offer support when things are not going well and offer a place where both parents and children can go to get help. Around 1 in 7 children here uses additional care or child welfare services. Children's nurses and pediatricians monitor children's development from birth. We do this together with healthcare partner GGD Hollands Midden. It's our municipal health service. This enables us to support with upbringing issues where needed or offer intensive support. A start is currently being made in Leiden to improve the connections between maternity care and children's health care partners. This will enable us to offer parents and children a healthy and promising start. The Ministry of Health, Welfare and Sports has established a National Promising Start program, providing a continuous approach for the first 1,000 days of a child's life, so that we can ensure a better foundation to our children's future. In Leiden, child welfare is organized together with the region. One of the focus areas in the ongoing development of child welfare in the region is to improve children's and families' access to help and support. The connection with and between all Leiden organizations that operate in the so-called pedagogical civil society are being improved. The above-mentioned child and family team stimulates initiatives and activities to ensure that residents feel more involved in children's upbringing. Growing up in the city is a joint responsibility in which education and welfare partners are also play a role. To realize this, we are investing in a strong social foundation in neighborhoods and good and customized care that is offered close to where our residents, our children and parents live. This year, we are also working to improve the partnership agreements with welfare partners in the city. We will be starting a tender process next month to provide more clarity and continuity for both residents and organizations. One of the 3 contracts relates to the theme Growing Up. This is indicative of how important we consider the welfare of children to be. Meetings with the city and conferences such as ISSA will provide Leiden with good insights regarding what can be improved. That is why we are delighted to welcome the ISSA Conference to our city, so that we can hear about experiences from other areas in the world, and in so doing, making our city an ever safer and healthier place for our children. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Alderman Marleen Damen. We now invite Alderman Paul Dirkse, who is responsible for knowledge, education, sport, and finance. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Also, on my behalf, a very warm welcome here in Leiden. Being responsible for knowledge, education, sports, and finance, as well as also responsible for student affairs, which is quite a big thing in this city, actually. Leiden, the city of discoveries, both historical and also in terms of knowledge. It offers a full range of educational opportunities, and there's a strong network between those educational institutions. Our education varies from preschool units, primary schools, to a University of Applied Sciences and a university. And the municipality is making considerable investments in education, which obviously is not surprising, given the fact that we have over 60,000 pupils and students here in the area. And by way of comparison, we have about 125,000 residents. So you get a grip on what is going on here. As a local government, we care for our youngest citizens. And Leiden does everything possible to ensure, like my colleague already said, equal opportunities for all children. From birth to starting qualification when you enter the labor market. Universal, preventive and specialized services open equally to everyone. Let me elaborate a little bit on what our goals are in terms of our policy. A first goal is provide everybody with a smooth and early start. A promising flying start, also in education. Early health and language development screening in child and family centers. Preschool for babies at some daycare centers from 0 to 2 years. Reading, playing. At home, volunteers reading aloud with children and their parents. And the library, obviously, free membership and an active approach. Language development starts straight after birth, long before babies start to talk. In Leiden, we are conducting research into this, including the Leiden University Center for Linguistics, part of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Science. The second goal, a rich or context-rich environment. We live in an area packed with culture, with sports, and with knowledge. We have everything that is needed for good language and social and emotional development. This can also be done through sports and culture. Leiden is a city of culture and knowledge, and this knowledge and culture is used in education. To give you an example, the Technolab and also the B+C are companies that provide these services. Activities at preschool locations to stimulate language and social and emotional development. For instance, the program We Customize at Home, executed by the company you all know, Yes Rijnland. Special classes for international children, but also refugees. Support for children in low-income families. And additional support is offered in preschool, school, home, and neighborhood triangle. In all these areas, we want to be there to ensure that children can develop themselves. I'll come to the third goal, the individual approach. As my colleague Marleen already said, children who need extra support are given that support, both prior to attending school as well at school itself. Professionals know children and their parents, and they decide in dialogue with them which pathway to follow. The fourth goal, we are aiming at continuously learning. We achieve flexible transitions from preschool to school, with good cooperation between the professionals, the staff and the teaching staff in schools. Making the transition to new environments as smooth as possible, both from home to preschool, from preschool to primary school, primary to secondary school, towards integrated classes from 3 to 5-year-olds. And the role for pedagogical professionals at preschool and primary school in sharing knowledge about the child. Goal number 5 is talent development. Doing what you enjoy doing or what you do well builds children's self-esteem and enhances their development. We offer more than only programs for the highly gifted. We also have sports, culture, knowledge, science, and nature programs. And to conclude, the sixth goal, parental involvement. We are committed to the important role that parents play and stimulate parental involvement, including a partnership, once again, with the Leiden University and also with the Leiden University of Applied Sciences, which has established a research group for parenthood and parental support research. Ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely hope that you enjoy this very interesting conference. I also hope that you will have the opportunity to enjoy a little bit of the atmosphere of this historic city. And if you are ever able to return to Leiden to conduct a little more research, or even just for a visit, you are more than welcome. Enjoy the day. Thank you very much.